You know, it really doesn't matter how you got here. It is always your condition that brings you here, to the foot of the cross. What condition you are in or in now doesn't really matter. If you've stumbled in, crawled in, rolled yourself in, or even fell in, for many of us, you don't see God until you're flat on your back, looking straight up into the heavens. When you find Christ, you should be aware of one thing. God does not remove all of your weaknesses, especially the prodigals. The strength of your flesh cannot be allowed to return. He will allow a thorn in the flesh to remain. 2 Corinthians 12:7. So that I would not become exalted above measure, because of the abundance of revelation, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh. Now you see, these infirmities could not be called thorns unless they bring you discomfort. You will try to remove them, hope they leave, even ask the Father to take them. Yet they remain. 2 Corinthians 12:8. This thorn I asked the Lord 3 times, that it might depart from me. And his answer was, My grace is sufficient for you. So why does God allow some of these weaknesses to remain? It is not to torment you, or even punish you. It is your strength he is after. In verse 9, For my strength is made perfect in weakness. What's great about Paul is when God answers him, his attitude towards his infirmities is forever changed. He says, If my weaknesses or thorns in the flesh allow Christ's power to rest in me, I will brag about them, not push them away. Verse 9 continues, Most gladly I would rather glory in my weaknesses, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. He even goes a step further in verse 10. So now I will take pleasure in my weaknesses, and in my persecutions and distresses, for Christ's sake, because in my weakness I am made strong. You, like Paul, may be attempting to remove the very thing God will use to perfect the strength of his Son in you. So grab these thorns, if God allows them to remain, and glory in them. Take pleasure, that they make you shine before your Father. This is why God doesn't send the harvester to remove you from the surroundings of thorns. It could stop your work and growth. Remember, these thorns were the ones allowed by God to come to you. And even Paul knew this. Matthew 13:24-30. This is what you can compare with the kingdom of heaven. A man that is sowing good seed in his field. But while he sleeps, his enemy came along and sowed tares among the wheat, and then went away. Verse 28. God tells them the enemy has done this, and they respond, Would you have us remove these? Verse 29. But he says, No, you might root up some of my wheat while gathering the tares. Let them grow together until harvest. You will learn to grow together in comfort with your weakness until harvest. And in the removal of your weaknesses, you can't become unknowingly uprooted. So for many, you will learn to be patient. It will teach you not to rush to judgment, but wait for instructions. And in this, your life will be likened to the kingdom of heaven. It's like this. You're a Volkswagen, but not the shiny new kind, the way you thought you would be presented before your Father. You're dented, beat up and scratched, bald tires, maybe even a hole in the roof. But under the hood you possess a jet engine powered by the Word of God, waiting for opportunity. Along races a Corvette of the world. He pulls up to the red light next to you and taunts you by revving up his engine. You quietly wait for the green light given by the Father. And before the vet knows it, the light's turned, and you're gone. This is where the rapture meets reality. You know, it says in Ecclesiastes 9:11, I saw that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor riches given to the man with understanding of God, or the favor of the Father given to the skillful. But it is time and chance that gives everyone the opportunity. It is time for your salvation, and you do need to take that chance and return to the Father. And as a prodigal, I hope you do. This is food that I provided to my family for years. I want to now provide it to you. I hope you'll share it with a friend. If you like it, I'll provide more. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.